Welcome to the relationship show with Favour on Pinnacle TV, and the number one goal of this program is to help you make a healthy relationship. I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to every one of my viewers. You've been there from the beginning, you've been watching, and to the subscribers, I want to say thank you so much for subscribing. And for starters, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, just do that right now by clicking on the subscribe button, and it is totally free. It costs nothing to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Today on the program, I am going to be talking about something very, very important, like I've always been doing. And actually, a lot of people plan weddings. They have this idea, this beautiful idea of planning a one in town wedding. That's the slogan most usually use. One in town wedding, one in a lifetime wedding, a wedding that has never been seen before. And they tend to forget the smallest things that matters most. Planning a billionaire wedding, a 10 million naira wedding, or a 10 billion wedding without thinking about the aftermath. You have to remember that the wedding is a one-day thing, and the marriage is a life after the wedding. So reasons why I brought out these few questions that you must ask yourself before you say I do. Now, I brought out these questions and I've made them bare before my own self, and I've asked myself these questions, and these questions I would not want to omit or just overlook them. I would like to go through them over and over before coming to a conclusion to say I do to anybody, because after saying I do is a pledge of till death do us part. And it's a long years after that I would want to spend in bliss. I want to spend in love, and I'm sure you'd want to spend it wonderfully too. So I put out these questions and I would like to share them with you. The number one question I would like to ask myself before I get married, before I say I do to that lovely person, is, are we both headed in the same direction? This is very important. Before you say I do to someone, that lovely person in your life, you must be able to have asked yourself, are we heading to the same direction? Now, as a person, I would not want to marry someone who does not have the same visions with me. I would not want to say I do to someone who does not have the same dreams as I do. We're gonna live together forever, and we should be able to have, common interests. It is okay for us not to be alike in every parts, in everything 100%, fine, but at least we should be heading to the same direction. It should be someone who I can say, okay, our dreams, our visions, our goals are, they match. So that's the number one question. Are we both heading in the same direction? Another question is, does this person strengthen my faith and character? You must know that the person you tend to marry has a strong influence on you. Now, let me put it this way. It is said that when two people live together for a very long time, there tends to be influence. You influence the person will influence you. Character, there will be mix of beliefs, So if that person is someone who is not going to influence you positively, then there's going to be an issue. So that person has to be someone who can influence you positively rather than make you go compromise your values as a person. So now the question is, does this person strengthen my faith and character? Now the number 3 question is, would I want my kids to grow up like this person? This one is very important. Would I want my kids, my future kids, to grow up to be like this person? If the person you want to say I do to is not a good image to emulate, then you really have to, have a rethink, because your future children is a reflection of who you and your spouse are. Yes, the person you tend to marry tomorrow is going to be exactly what you produce as children. Now, if the person is not a good image, if he doesn't have a good character to emulate, then definitely your children is going to be like that. So now the question is, would I want my kids to grow up to be like this person? That's a very important question. Then also, the number 4 question I put down here is, does he or she make me happy? Very important. Happiness is key. Yes, that is very, very true. Happiness is key. Even the Bible talks about a merry heart and how it does better than medicine. So if your relationship is more of drama than comedy, then I don't think you would want to go into that. I, as a person, would not want to have more drama than comedy, rather than being happy, hooking up with someone who would, just make you. So I think you should think about that, if he or she actually makes you happy. Then another is, do we really care about each other as good friends apart from being emotionally attached? Now, friendship is key, is the number one in marriage. You should be a friend to your spouse. Your spouse should be your friend. Your spouse should be your best friend. Now, if you and your spouse do not share friendship, then at a time you would have hiccups in that marriage, because you do not share a strong bond of friendship. You do not share a strong bond of friendship. Now, love is not everything. Yes, love is the number 1 key, is the major factor. Yes, but you should share the ties of friendship. So you should ask yourself, am I attached to this person just I love you, this, that? But there should be a bond of friendship. So I think that's all I can take for now for this episode. I would continue in the next episode. I'll bring up more questions that I would want to ask myself, and you should ask yourself before saying I do to that person. Please again, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do that right now, and also click on the notification button so as to get notified on every of our new video. I remain Favour. I'll see you in the next episode. Have you got issues with your relationship or marriage?
Tell me what you were thinking when you were sleeping with my husband. That makes me look like a whore.
That makes you a whore.
Have you got those mind-boggling questions you want to ask?
Are you a virgin?
Of course not.
So bring it on to Relationship Talk with Favour Osaro.